This is Kia's new fully electric small SUV, kind of like an electric alternative to the Kia Seltos. Here I'm testing the second from the top Earth long range two-wheel drive. You can get a GT line above this as well. And there's rumors of a top GT coming with four-wheel drive and potentially around 250 kilowatts. For now, this long-range version features a front-mounted electric motor producing 150 kilowatts and 283 Newton meters. Decent outputs for an electric SUV of this size, although there are more powerful options out there if you're after that. My main concern with this is the price. So if you pitch it up against the Kia Seltos, you're looking at the equivalent of the Sport Plus model, that's second from the top. That comes with a 1.6 turbo petrol with all-wheel drive. Prices start from just over $43,000, excluding on-road costs. And sure, yeah, this does come with a little bit more in some areas, such as vehicle to load, so it's basically a power point in the back. But it is front-wheel drive, while the Seltos is all-wheel drive, so it kind of evens out. Something that this does have, though, is a bit more cabin space. Because it's fully electric, you've got a completely open center console. Just gives you a bit of a perception of more space, but also actually more space. So look at all the storage you've got down there. Big bottle holders in the doors, and then in the back, you've got a completely flat floor because there's no tail shaft or gearbox running gear running through there. Yet more storage. You've got little USB-C ports on the back of the, or the side of the front seats, flip down armrest with cup holders, and more bottle holders in the doors. I like the design features here, like you've got this little vertical strip runs through the front and back doors. It's not just exclusive to the front. I like the different multi-tone trim as well. You've got a bit of orange to highlight that. I just think, yeah, it looks cool, it looks modern, it looks a bit futuristic. Is it worth $10,000 more than the Seltos though? I don't think so. I think this should be priced pretty much the same as the Seltos. As I said, it doesn't do anything special. I know it's fully electric and, you know, you'll potentially save money in the long run, potentially, but that's not really, you know, you shouldn't have to pay the manufacturer for that. That's just something that you experience. It's like buying a turbo diesel over a turbo petrol. Not really, but, you know, some of them are more economical than others. Doesn't mean you have to pay, $10,000 more for it. It's about 20% of the price more. But anyway, I do like the practicality in here and the design. I think it looks really cool. For an electric SUV. By that I mean it's got no grille at the front and all that, but they've made it so it's meant to be like, it looks like it's meant to be like that. Whereas some EVs, they look like they should have a grille and it's just been smoothed over, whereas this kind of looks like it's meant to be like that from the start. And yeah, this interior is really nice. It's got good fit and finish everywhere, different kind of trims everywhere as well. It's not just hard plastic, although there is a fair bit of plastic around the place. It's got some sort of soft touch stuff along there, and this metallic trim that goes across, more orange highlights, completely rubber mat along the bottom here with a wireless charger, the spin around cup holders, and yeah, as I said, plenty of storage. That is just plastic down there. And as I said, in the back, you've got no sort of interference with the floor rising up or anything, so you've got a decent amount of leg room for a small SUV. I'm not sure what Kia is doing with their seat design, but this looks kind of awkward and dorky the way the headrest pushes out. But I think this piece here is so you can put your jacket on the back, and you can adjust, or you can normally adjust the headrest. You just pull it forward and it kind of spring loads on a ratchet system and goes in and out. You do have climate vents in the back, which is great to see. Bit of a bottle holder down there, and my head is getting close to the ceiling. You wouldn't want to be too much taller. I'm 170 centimeters. I think if you're 180, you might start to brush your hair along the ceiling. But this is a small SUV. It's not pretending to be a mid-sizer or anything like that, but you're actually getting almost mid-size SUV levels of space in here, particularly in the front. And up at the back, you do have a fully electric tailgate, multi-level floor, and not much else. There's no 12-volt socket in the back here. You've got tyre repair kit, spelt the American way, and you can flip down the seats 60/40. You've also got a little pocket under the bonnet at the front, which obviously you don't get in something like a Seltos, because it's got the engine in the front. We'll go for a drive. Just to give you a bit of a preview, I do like Kia's latest suspension sort of philosophy. It's kind of soft and absorbent, but still sporty, so you can push it around corners. There's a little bit of lean, but a playful amount of lean. Anyway, we'll go for a drive and I'll show you what I mean, and then we'll get stuck into the performance testing. With the long range battery, yeah, you're getting a decent range for this class. In Earth and GT line trim, the official range is 563 kilometers, but if you go with the kind of entry-level Air long range, it's 604, which according to Kia is class leading. I don't really dispute that. 604 sounds like a lot for a small electric SUV. You could take this, you know, all week basically and not have to recharge. And yes, charging can cost a decent amount of money when you're using the public stations, but if you're charging at home with solar power, it's going to be next to nothing. However, solar power is only available, as the name suggests, during the day. So if you're wanting to charge this at night time, you're going to be paying the normal electricity rate. It's usually about 20 to 30 cents per kilowatt hour. So this is 81 kilowatt hour battery. It doesn't take long to figure out how much it's going to cost to charge it at home during the night. But if you're able to charge it during the day, then fair enough. This can save you a lot of money. In terms of the drive character, yeah, this does offer a good balance between ride comfort and sporty handling. It kind of reminds me of the Volvo EX30 actually, and I like the way that thing handles for what it is. Like, it's not a racing car. The suspension is kind of what I would describe as stretchy. Like, it's able to, like, it feels like it's leaning into the corners and so on, and it just braces itself really well, but it's still got enough movement there to absorb bumps. This is kind of like that, but obviously not as powerful. Down through these turns, yeah, it feels good. Like, it leans a little bit, but then just holds that stance. You've still got more to go if you need to. But mainly it feels good. Like, it doesn't feel uncomfortable. And you can obviously put the power down and get instant response thanks to the electric system. You've got a handful of drive modes to choose from, including Eco, Normal, Sport, My Drive, and Snow. If you leave it in Eco, it tries to conserve the range, mainly through the throttle sensitivity or calibration. Doesn't change their power output or anything like that. It just means you've got to push the pedal more to achieve normal driving. And then conversely, put it into sport mode and it becomes much snappier. So you only need to move the pedal a little bit and you get an instant pickup from the powertrain. It is good to have different modes like that. I think it makes it more versatile. Then you've also got different recharge modes or brake regen with the paddle shifters. So you can go all the way to level 3 and it really slows down the vehicle. I'm going down a pretty steep hill now and it's almost bringing me to a stop, giving you maximum charge. So first impressions, I quite like it actually. If I was after a small electric SUV, I would consider one of these. I like the practicality and the ease of use, like it's just very user-friendly. I'd like a few more physical buttons, not everything in the big touch screen, but it is a pretty simple touch screen to use. You just got that grid layout, pick what you want. Then you've got some quick jump to main menu buttons down here. They're kind of camouflage in the dash trim. But yeah, it's practical, it's spacious inside for this class, and I like the exterior design too. It's kind of a little bit quirky, but not over the top. It's futuristic. I also like the way it drives. It handles quite nicely. As I said, it's got good suspension, good blend of suspension qualities. It's just that price. I don't think it deserves to be $10,000 more than the equivalent Kia Seltos. It's like when the CD player first came out. You know, it was pretty expensive because it was a new technology. But then after 2 or 3 years, or maybe a little bit more, the price eventually dropped down. Well, electric vehicles have been on sale in Australia for roughly 10 years now. There's no reason for them to be priced so much higher than the equivalent petrol models. Even just a couple of thousand or $3,000 more may be fair enough, because it's still quite a new technology, but not $10,000 more in this case. But anyway, let's head off now and do the performance test and see what it goes like.